Hey guys, this is Captain Chris Britton with Gray Ghost Fishing Charters here in Stuart, Florida, coming at you with your April fishing report down here in South Florida. As far as the bites go, it's been pretty good with this warmer temperature. You know, we're coming into late spring, early summer fishing reports here. We have a bunch of different stuff going on. Inside the snook bites definitely picked up. Those water temperatures around 75. The snook bite has been pretty good on the seawalls, around the docks. If you guys can get in the cuts and find them schooling up early in the cuts, those have been good. They've been out on the beach, but all this week it's been blowing 15 to 20, 25 mile an hour, so there's really like no chance to get out there. But if you can make it on the beach, it says like the forecast, the wind's supposed to lay down mid next week, so it should be pretty good. We've had early tarpon runs on the beach. We've had starting to have our big jack schools on the beach. Sometimes we get our permit. There's been a bunch of bait around, so if you guys are live bait guys, it's been pretty easy to get what you need to be able to go fish. The jacks are very responsive right now to fly and top waters, and I got a few stuff here. So they've been crushing this right here. This is a hoagie slider and bunker color. It's been really good. It's subsurface, and you just cast it and reel as fast as you can. Heavy duty hooks. As you can see, it's been through the ringer. Bunch of bites, straightened out hooks. I mean, that thing's been killer on the jack schools. Also, if you guys are looking for a topwater bite, also the big poppers have been really good. You don't even have to work them. You just throw them as far as you can. Once you see those schools of jacks on the surface, toss that sucker out there and reel as fast as you can, and they'll come chasing it. It's pretty awesome. They're super fast, very visual bite if you're into that. The flies have been really good too, so if you guys are into fly fishing, that's been killer. I wouldn't go no less than like a 10 weight, and some of the fish have been ranging from about 20-30 pounds all the way up to 40 plus. There have been some big fish. Also, there's been a ton of sharks in the schools of jacks, so if you guys are using light tackle, just be aware that it might get sharked. Last week we had pretty much every jack school we're on, it was either bull sharks or hammerhead sharks, and there's plenty of hammers right now with the southeast wind. With the warmer temperatures, that southeast wind usually brings in the hammers, and we just had a full moon last week, so they're in there feeding on the stingrays and on the jacks. So they're here, and then they'll transition from feeding on jacks to feeding on tarpon once those majority of the tarpon schools start showing up here in the next month or so. Back up in the river, the smaller tarpon are back up in the creeks, back up in the canals around the spillway. We have a couple of days that it rained last week, so the spillway should be flowing. I haven't been back there personally, but if they're flowing, there should be some snook and some tarpon hanging around out there. As far as offshore goes, the dolphin bites definitely picked up anywhere from 100 to 150. On the weed lines, we've had a ton of weeds. Kite fishing with live greenies or goggle eyes has been really beneficial. The cobia have been pretty thick if you can find the sharks that are holding them. And just, like a live greenie or pilchard, or even if you guys can find the big 12-inch to 14-inch bunker, that has been the key bait to catch some of the bigger cobia. They're ranging from about 20 pounds to about 40 or 50 pounds with some bigger ones mixed in. And it's anywhere between like 30-40 foot all the way out to like 100-120. A lot of times if you're fighting a fish, those bull sharks are just so thick out there right now that you'll be fighting a dolphin or something, and the sharks will come up and the cobia will be right on the sharks. So be prepared to be able to throw out either a flare hawk or some kind of artificial. Again, I've been using this. It's called a slappy eel with a 1/4 ounce jig head on it. It's a 10-0, pretty thick 3X hook, and they've been eating that pretty regularly too. As far as sailfish goes, it's been hit or miss. There's been a few here, a few there, about 4 or 5. It's probably the best bites that you're gonna get, and that's pretty much it. Here in Stuart, Florida, it's been really good, and get down here if you can. The weather is beautiful, and I'm Captain Chris Britton with Gray Ghost Fishing Charters.